Hey, sometimes I know we sit and say to ourselves, I wish I could get back yesterday, or I wish I can get back a few years back so I could, kind of do some things I never did before. But I kind of have some news for you. I would say move on, forget about it. If the time has already passed by, there's nothing you can do to reclaim that time back. But I got some good news. You can look forward to tomorrow. You can look forward to not wasting your time anymore. So let's get into it a little bit. If this is the first time you're joining me, my name is Mel. On this channel, we talk about all things finance. We talk about motivational things or motivational ways to help us get our finances intact. Again, if you like the content or it starts to resonate with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Really do appreciate your support. So I was talking about basically, wasting time. Time is something that once you let it go or you let it pass you by, you can't get it back. And how have most of us wasted our time? Well, we hung out with friends. We didn't do what we needed to do to achieve certain things. We didn't invest the way we needed to invest. We didn't save our money the way we needed to save it. So as a result, many, many years passed us by. Now that the years has passed us by, we're looking back and we're like, wow, I wish I did this and I wish I did that differently. But as I said before, we're going to move on from that. We're going to think about all the positive things that we need to do. Because at the end of the day, the time that has already passed, you can't get it back. So you don't need to beat yourself up and say, I wish I did this or I wish I could have done that. Going forward, you just kind of need to make some proper choices, especially when it comes to your finance. So what does that mean? If many years ago or even a few months back, you should have, maybe taken a course or you should have made some type of investment or even started saving to try to elevate to another level, you didn't do it. From this day forth, start doing it. Start doing something different so that way your time is not being wasted anymore. Because once you realize that you're not getting that time back, you're just going to be sit there feeling depressed and feeling down that you didn't accomplish anything. So in the essence of time, there's always tomorrow. Now, for some of you, maybe age is a factor. Maybe, you wasted 10 years, you wasted 15 years, 20 years, and you're catching up in age and you're saying to yourself, wow, I wish I did it. But what I have to say to that is that even though age might be a factor with some people, you still have time to do certain things that you want to do. So if you're at a job and you're working, you didn't start saving properly for your retirement, go back to your HR department, start having them take more money out for your savings. Whatever you didn't do before, start doing it now. If you're middle age, okay, if you're in that prime of your job, you're in your 30s or you're, that late 20s, 30s, 40s, and you're just starting to really save your money, okay, look at some type of investment options that you can do to start putting more money down. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to save towards retirement, trying to save for that goal. And if you're just starting your life out, you're young, you're just getting the job market, maybe you just finished college or, you're young in your 20s and you're just starting to work. Talk to people or talk to, advisors, financial advisors that can guide you and gear you into investing your money properly. Because remember, we're trying to build on those years, starting when you were young. We want to build, we want to keep going, we want to make our money grow and work for us. That's why we want to start investing our money. On the essence of time and, people wasting your time, a lot of times, even before when you were trying to, come up and do what you needed to do, we had a lot of negative people around us that basically would distract us from doing what we wanted to do. For example, let's say, you wanted to study for a course on a weekend. You'd have a friend calling you, telling you, oh, let's go out, let's hang out and so forth, trying to purposely distract you from achieving what you needed to achieve. In essence, that friend was wasting your time. That person was wasting your time. They did it on purpose. They didn't want you to achieve nothing because most times they didn't achieve anything. And even if they did achieve something, they didn't want you to level up to where they were. So they figured that they could waste your time. But as I always say, we're not doing that anymore. We're not going to let anybody waste our time. We're going to move and go forward. So what can I do to make my time more essential or more necessary now? Well, the first thing that I would do is I would basically, look at the things. I'd get a sheet. I'd write down the things that I wanted to do, the things that I wanted to purchase, the places that I wanted to go. And I would look at my finances and see, okay, where can I budget to do what I really want to do? I would look about getting a nice, financial advisor that could basically point me out into getting into investments, doing the things that I want to invest or things that I want to, work on. That's what I would do first. Because remember, as I said, you can always get tomorrow. Tomorrow's coming, but you can't get back yesterday. Another thing is, I wouldn't really tell anybody about the time that I've wasted. Now, if people believe that you wasted time and they think that what you were doing, was foolish, that's on them. We're not worrying about what people think about us. We don't need to prove ourselves to anybody. We don't need to prove anything to anyone. As long as we're fixing our mistakes and we're moving ahead of time. Another issue on time is that time is something that is very long, depending when you start. So the fact that you wasted a little time before, or you felt that you didn't really do what you needed to do, going forward, you still have a long amount of time to accomplish what you want to accomplish. I'm not telling you this to make you think that, I wasted my whole life. No, nobody said, anything about wasting your life. All we're simply saying is that if you find the time and you think that, you still have time to accomplish things that you want to accomplish, go ahead, start. Get that push. Do what you need to do. You don't have to justify that to anybody. Time is something that once you let it go or you let it pass, it's something that elapses. Once it passes, you cannot get it back. So the essence of today's video is to say, you know what? Stop letting people waste your time. You stop wasting your time. Don't let people, don't let yourself, don't let anything waste your time for that matter. Okay? And going forward, once you start collecting the things that you need to do and accomplish, you should be right on target where you are. I had, someone say to me a couple years ago, she said, when she was younger, that she felt like everybody was, ahead of her. Everybody, done got their careers. Everybody done bought their house. Everybody was having a family. She said by the time that I finished getting my career and I caught up, she said I caught up with all those Joneses right where I left off. She said, yes, I bought my house later. I got that fancy car that I wanted, all of those things that I wanted to do. I took the vacation that I wanted to take, but it was later. And she said, a lot of people that I went back and, I basically caught up to them, they're looking at me like, wow, I can't believe you're here. So that just proves that time is something, even if you did waste it initially or you didn't really realize that you were wasting time, it's something that you could basically retract and get back. Now, when you get that time back, it's up to you to basically move ahead and accomplish what you need to accomplish. Like that lady I told you about that basically caught up and buying the things that she wanted to buy, getting her career. I don't think at the time she realized that she was wasting time. So as a result, she ended up doing what she needed to do. Now she's well set, prepared and ready for her retirement. At the end of the day, we just want to be secure and set in the things that we want to accomplish or we want to get. Again, if this is the first time you're tuning into this channel, my name is Mel. This is Team U Finance. We talk about all things finance. We talk about motivational, ideas, things and ways to motivate us to accomplish and get the money that we need to get to live. Because at the end of the day, once we have a decent amount of money, we're able to live right. Once we make, good investments or we make good and wise purchases, we're able to see where our money went. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to level up our money. We want to grow. We want to continue flourishing. And if we don't have the right mindset to do those things, it's going to be very difficult for us to accomplish those goals. So at the end of the day, hopefully this message resonates with someone. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share the message. I thank you so much for getting this far in my message. And again, remember, no more time wasting. We're not wasting our time with anyone or on anything that's going to be holding us back. We're looking forward and we're going to be building towards the future. When I was growing up, I remember my parents telling me, they used to say time is longer than rope. And I used to be like, what you mean? Well, what does a clock or time have to do with literally a piece of rope? But now I get it. Time is something that stretches very, very far. And if you waste it or you let people keep wasting it or you know what to do and you keep wasting it, then it's all on you. But now we realize what we need to do and we're going to definitely catch up. All right, beautiful people. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you got this far in my message, I hope that it resonated with you.